Hello everyone and welcome back to our European Journeyman series with Napoli, and we are very close to the end of the season now. I think we're about 3 episodes, just about, maybe 4 depending on how we approach the finals, away from finishing our first season at Napoli. Obviously we joined the club halfway through the season, so it's not a proper season just yet, and I'm actually quite excited for how we'll do next season if we get a transfer budget, which we have no idea how big that will be right now. We really could turn into a force because our run of form recently has been nothing short of title contenders, but we need to keep it up. We've got a few more games to go. We're still not in the Champions League places, 6 points off Inter Milan and Palermo. I think at least one of them will mess up, giving us a chance to get in there. But we need to beat Empoli, Crotone and Sampdoria in order to achieve that goal. We've also got the Europa League semi-final first leg against Atletico Madrid at home in this episode, so plenty to look forward to. For the game away against Empoli, we are putting out our strongest team, which means Morgenstern is up front with Pires and Gabbiadini on the flanks. Ogier, Asensio and Diawara are the midfield three, with Traore, Musacchio, Koulibaly, Florenzi and Murray the defence. Florenzi with a throw, finds Asensio, now Ogier does lose the ball, but Asensio picks it up and he's having a run. He's gone for a goal and it's a good save from the Empoli keeper. Florenzi with the throw in, and it's come to Diawara. Now it's Asensio across to Ogier. We could do with a breakthrough around now. Morgenstern out to Florenzi, 3 in the box. It's come to Gabbiadini. He took his time bringing it down, and it meant the defenders were able to block the effort. Guerreri sends it out to Gabbia. Kresic forward to Cudicini. Felcioli to Mane, trying to cut down the right. It's with Pucciarelli. Buchel over to Mane. Inter Milan have taken the lead, so we need to be trying to get the win. Here's Ogier forwards to Morgenstern, having a run at the defence. He's doing it on his own. He's gone for goal and he wasn't far away with that one. Well, we're getting to the last 10 minutes now and we have still not found the breakthrough. We're throwing everything at Empoli to try and break them down, but nothing is working. There hasn't been a highlight in the second half, which is really disappointing that we haven't fashioned a chance. I've used all my substitutions at this point. There's nothing else I can do. And time is just going to run out here. Really frustratingly, Costa puts the corner in. It's cleared out to Ogier. His touch is the final touch of the game. And we have dropped points. And we keep doing it against these weaker teams, which is not acceptable. It means that we are still in 5th place, still just 5 points off the top 3, which is helpful. But had we won that game, we would have closed the gap down to just 3 points and given ourselves a real chance of making it into the Champions League. As it is, we are still just 1 point clear of Fiorentina and Roma, who are challenging us for the final European place. And we've got work to do to try and catch Milan and Palermo now. This game against Crotone is a must-win game for us. They are down in 19th place. We're at home. It should be a win, and it's just ahead of the game with Atletico Madrid. Now, I'm not going to rest anybody because I still want to go hard at all competitions, which means we're using the same 11 we did in the last game. I'm hoping they'll be able to do a better job of making the breakthrough in this one, because if we don't win this game, there's no chance of Champions League football, and we might struggle to get Europa League football. Corner from Florenzi, put into the middle, it is cleared away. Diawara chasing after it, finds Florenzi again, he puts it in, back with Diawara again, into Pires in a good position, he finds Morgenstern. They've reversed positions on the pitch, but they have got the same result. It's an excellent combination to give us a lead. Florenzi with the free kick, into the middle, it is cleared away, Diawara gets there. He's then looking for the massive bodies in the middle. Here is Diawara again, onto Ogier. Pires lays it off for Morgenstern. He's got a man at the back post. He loses possession and it's cleared away by the defence, but Florenzi keeps the move alive. And then Martella takes the ball. Florenzi trying to recover still, but they're on the counter-attack here, Crotone. Augusto lays it off to Lasagna. Excellent name. Augusto pitches it forward. It's with Boyard. Lasagna finds Boyard again, ball to Lasagna again. Now Martella, we are just keeping him out of the box, but he's going to get the cross in, and it's into the bottom corner. Angelastro with the goal, and that is really frustrating because we've dominated this game. Martella sends the ball in from the throw, now Davidson onto Modric. Angelastro finds Lucci. Anglestro over the top, and Boyard's been just allowed to ghost in there. Fortunately, puts it wide, but we are really not doing well in this second half. Corner taken by Florenzi. Diawara to Misakio, and Koulibaly is there. A nice little trio of passes in the penalty area makes it 2-1, and we've got 20 minutes to see this game out. Florenzi with the throw. He finds Diawara. Inside to Sensi. Now Rog out wide to Florenzi again. He pulls the ball back. Sensi to Rog. Ball cleared away by Modric. Koulibaly with an important header. Sensi has a good touch. Now Florenzi. Inside to Rog. It's great to have him back in the team for passes like that to Traore. He can whip it across, and it's come to Morgenstern, who's hit the woodwork, I think, there. Corner from Florenzi into the middle. Koulibaly can't win the header, but Morgenstern nods it down to Traore. He finds Musakio. Finds Vaz. There's Pires in on goal. Saved and wide. Well, we have managed to drag a victory from this game. The referee's going to blow the whistle any minute. But it's been a hard slog to get the win today, and we need to be performing better when we take on Atletico Madrid in the Europa League. The ball just pitched forward here. The referee's still not blowing the whistle, despite us hitting 94 minutes now. Here's Musakio. There's the whistle. We do have a crucial 3 points and a hard-fought 3 points as well. I'm going to tell the players that it was a bit of a let-off getting the results. They've reacted well to that. And it does mean we're only 2 points off Palermo, still 5 points off Milan, and Inter Milan well out of sight now. 8 points clear with 4 games left to play. 5 points in 4 games, that's what we need to make up. Palermo almost don't matter at this point. It's all about whether we can catch Milan on 61 points. Well, it is time for the big match at home against Atletico Madrid. If we get a good result in this fixture, there is no reason why we can't make the Europa League final. And that is increasingly looking like our best route into the Champions League next season, because that gap in the league is looking a little bit too big. The big miss, obviously, in the Europa League is Pires, who misses out in this one as well. So Bernard is in the team. Otherwise, there's no changes to what is rapidly becoming my first choice 11. Obviously, a lot of these positions are still very weak, and we are going to have a lot of work to do in the summer to strengthen the team. But Alex Murray has been a fantastic signing in goal. There's no doubt about that, and I'm hoping that will be a springboard for the rest of the team. But it will be a lot easier to get big players if we're in the Champions League than it will be if we are in the Europa League. So getting a win today is absolutely crucial, and so is keeping a clean sheet against a team like Atletico Madrid. Free kick for Atletico Madrid. Moroni puts it in. Morgenstern clears it away, but we've got nobody up the pitch. And Pavon has a free run and a shot at goal, which has hit the woodwork. Fortunately, Congolo offside, but an early warning sign from Atletico Madrid of what they're capable of. Koke forward to Moroni. Ball over the top for Alcacer is perfect. He's in on goal, but well saved by Murray. Traore. Odje. Tackled by Koke. Morgenstern picks up the ball though. He's running in on goal, and there's a deflection in there. We have taken the lead against Atletico Madrid. I was not expecting that, but what a crucial goal that could be in our season. Florenzi with the corner into the middle for Morgenstern. It's out to Gabbiadini. Now Bernard has it back to Gabbiadini. He can definitely strike them from there, but wasn't able to this time. And now they can counter-attack Atletico Madrid, but Musakio doing a good job back there. Asensio pushes it out to Florenzi. Highlight still not over. It's Gabbiadini inside to Odje. Pushes the ball out to the left brilliantly for Traore, arriving late. He goes past the defender, puts it across, and Gabbiadini's hit the woodwork, so close to a second goal. Asensio in the middle of the pitch finds Odje. Now Bernard pushes it out wide to Florenzi. We're tearing their defence apart at the moment. It's come to Morgenstern. Now Asensio back to Florenzi. Ball sent across to Asensio. Florenzi in a good position, puts across in. Morgenstern's headers hit the woodwork, and again, and then it goes in. What are the odds of that? It hit the woodwork twice, and then Szczesny's knocked it into his own goal, and we're 2-0 up against Atletico Madrid. Florenzi with the throw-in, finds Asensio, ball into Rog, onto Bernard, across to Gabbiadini, who's found the near post gap, and we are 3-0 up against Atletico Madrid. I honestly was not expecting a result like this. I really thought we were going out of this competition, but it looks like we're in control of the time. Maroni played in for Madrid, holds up his play, it comes to Congolo, now Koke in the box, has got a crucial away goal. There is a big dose of reality for us, a quick response from them. We need to make sure they don't get any more, otherwise our job is going to become even harder back in Spain. Rog sends the ball beautifully weighted out to Florenzi. Rog is such a good player, but Morgenstern has hit the woodwork again. I think that's the 4th time we've hit the post in this match. Well, this really has been a sensational performance from our team. 3-1 up against Atletico Madrid in the first leg. I'm really disappointed about the away goal that we conceded, but if you'd offered me this at the start of the game, I would have snatched your arm off. That is an incredible result by the team, and it means that just getting a draw or even winning by or losing by 1-0 will be enough to send us through. So we've got a lot to work with in the second leg and a real chance of winning silverware and getting Champions League qualification in the 6 months that we've been at the club. After that sensational win against Atletico Madrid, we are back in league action against Sampdoria. I'm still going to put out a full-strength team for this match despite the lack of fitness, because we do have 4 days rest before we take on the second leg against Atletico Madrid. Just worth taking a quick look at the table, where Palermo have already won their advanced game, which means they are now 8 points clear of us and are pretty much out of sight at this point. 8 points off the top 3 with 4 games left to play is pretty much game over, I think. I don't think we're going to be able to make that up, so the Europa League really is our priority. That said, I still want to make sure of our 5th place finish and hopefully take 4th if we can, although that will also be just as tough. We need to keep Fiorentina and Roma both away from our position just in case things don't go to plan in either the TIM Cup final or the Europa League second leg semi-final. For this match, same 11 as the last few games. I'm very happy with the team I've got out there. Only change, Pires coming in for Bernard. Otherwise, the team should be good enough to get the result away from home here. Scalera with the throw-in, put into the middle. Koulibaly gets it away. We're being dominated by Sampdoria, though, and Radu has just scored a goal that I think is the furthest out I've ever seen, but Bastoni was offside. We've really got away with that one. I don't think that's fair to rule that out, but you can see from the stats we are being totally dominated in this first half. Header won by Koulibaly, but Radu has it back. Now Diamandakatos or something. Radu's been in and he's hit the woodwork. We're getting so lucky in this first half. We really should be at least a goal down. Asensio wins the header. It's away by Vazquez. And now Radu's been released again. How many times are we going to let him do that? And this time he chips Murray beautifully. Nothing Murray can do about that. We are a goal down. Oh, we're heading into the last 10 minutes now, and we have absolutely been terrible today. Just 3 shots, only 2 on target. Sampdoria have had 9 with 5 on target. We're desperately pushing to try and get this equaliser now, but I don't think it's going to come. The players have just not been up to standard. No player has a higher than 7.0 score at the moment, but here's Sensi with a chance. Out wide to Florenzi, into Vaz. Now Rog. Sends it wide to Traore. He's got players in the middle to aim for. He finds Pires, and Pires has equalised for us in the 84th minute out of nothing. We do not deserve that goal, but it gives us 5 minutes to push on and maybe get a winner. Nicoletti with the throw-in. Sent into the box. Koulibaly with a really solid tackle. He's been such a good defender for us. Ball played forward. Now Vaz has it. He finds Morgenstern. Ball through to Sensi, out wide to Traore. This is a good counter-attack. Pires in on goal again, but he's put it wide. That was a golden chance. Well, with just 15 seconds left, I don't think we're going to snatch a win, but we've been lucky to get a draw here, to be honest. We really turned it on in the last 10 minutes out of nothing, but it wasn't good enough. The damage was already done. A 1-1 draw is not too bad given where we were at half-time, but it's not good enough in the context of our season. It also puts an end to any hopes of us qualifying for the Champions League through the league. Well, at the end of this episode, we are left in a position of still being 4 points clear of Fiorentina, but we are now 7 points behind both Milan and Palermo, 10 points off Inter Milan. There is no chance we'll make up 7 points with 3 games to go. Milan and Palermo are not both going to lose all 3 of their final matches, and we're probably not going to win all 3 of ours, given we've got to play Juventus as well. So the priority now is making sure that we try and win the Europa League. That is our last hope for qualifying for the Champions League. I think we're almost certain to qualify for the Europa League through one way or another. I think we actually need to finish as low as 7th to fail to qualify for that, and we could also do it through winning the TIM Cup. But I really want to try and win the Europa League now, especially after that incredible first leg against Atletico Madrid. And it means that there's only a couple of episodes left now. Next episode we will have the semi-final second leg against Atletico Madrid first up, and then we'll take on Cagliari, Cesena and Juventus in the Serie A, and that will leave one more episode where we'll do 2 live comms of 2 finals if we make it that far. We are on an exceptional unbeaten run at the moment. We've been absolutely fantastic since I came in, and with a bit of a transfer budget and some good summer signings, we really could take a good challenge at least the top 3, if not the title, although I think Juventus will still be too strong for us at least for the next couple of seasons. But it gives us something to build toward, and it's also an encouraging sign of how far we can go. So if you've enjoyed this run, do drop a like on the video. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. But until next time, see ya!